What's up, everybody? Hey, guys. Can you guys hear me okay? I hate asking that every time, but we're just coming off of Mercury retrograde, so you never know. All right, so who's here? Brother Jerry. Hey, Lisa. Deja. Hey, how you doing? So good evening, everybody. This is April, and my channel is under Pisces Moon Goddess, as you can see. And I am here to talk about the full moon in the sign of Pisces. It's at 13 degrees of Pisces on the 6th of September of 2017. And that is today that I am filming this. So style and profiling. Hey, happy full moon. Thank you. All right. So what's going on today? Yeah, the full moon is in the sign of Pisces, so we're going to talk about that, what that means for all of us as a collective, and I will go through every sign, and I will, do some intuitive card pulling, because this is my moon sign, my natal moon sign. Of course, my channel is under Pisces Moon Goddess, because my moon sign is Pisces, duh. So I'm going to I usually don't do intuitive oracle card pulls live, because I'm better at channeling energy when I'm completely alone in my own space, just calm, not worried about anyone else, except if I'm like tuning into what I want to tune into. I can hone in on it when I'm just completely alone. Okay. But I'm going to tap into this magical Neptunian energy tonight. And I have my Oracle of Mermaids card deck for tonight, because Pisces is the energy of mermaids and the ocean and the seas and all this mysticism, and it's very beautiful energy. So I'm gonna intuitively pull from these. So yeah. Okay. Oh, your birthday is 3/19, style and profiling. So what degree of Pisces is that? I think that is, I don't know offhand. But anyhow, so thank you guys so much for joining me this lovely evening. So let's talk a little bit. Let's talk about the energy of Pisces. And actually, let me take my lower third. I'll take my lower third off in a little bit, so you guys can see my shirt and everything, because I am wearing a shirt that does serve a purpose for this live broadcast. So yes, thank you guys so much for being here. Yes, I'm back. Yes, I'm still wearing makeup for those who don't really care about people who wear makeup. I know this is Virgo season, and Virgo is about purity. And so I know that a lot of people that have Virgo energy don't really care for makeup. But guess what? Your opposite sign is Pisces, Virgo energy. So Pisces energy, Neptune energy, it is about, I guess you could say, illusion in a way. Makeup can be an illusion. It can be, like it's like a mask you put on, but also it's like fantasy, mysticism, you know what I mean? So yeah, like it's about, Pisces energy is about getting into character and getting into fantasy and role play, and it's about all colors and sparkles and rainbows and all this stuff. So that's why there is a surgence of that. If you do follow the beauty industry, which I do follow very closely, I'm not an expert, I'm not a makeup artist, but I am a huge fan of all that stuff. There's a lot of trends right now, and it's due to Neptune being in the sign of Pisces. Okay, so that means all the unicorn makeup, unicorn themed everything. Okay, mermaid themed makeup, clothing, jewelry, everything, mermaid, all that stuff is associated with Neptune being in the sign of Pisces, and then Neptune, yes, Deja said glamorous. Glamour is associated with Neptune. Neptune's energy, it is like spraying a fog over things, a glamorous fog, and we can do that personally as people a lot of times, especially while it's in its home sign of Pisces. When we want to, it's like seeing what we want to see, weaving a web of fantasy of what we want to see, clouding away all of the flaws, whereas the opposite sign where the sun is at, which is Virgo, it is about seeing all the flaws, seeing all the details, and seeing all the problems and getting down to it. You know what I mean? So Yeah, and Lisa's mentioning the wavy eyebrow trend. Yes, that's also due to Neptune being in the sign of Pisces. It is. Not all of that stuff is successfully pretty or cute in our minds, but that's the thing. Perception, okay? Perception. We all have a different perception, and that's why it's important to learn your own chart, your own energy astrologically, because you can learn your Mercury sign or your moon sign. You know, those celestial bodies rule the way that you think and perceive. Okay, now I'm back fully. Sorry about that. I was saying when I was just talking to myself, talking away right now, that Neptune's energy can make you be like poof and disappear. You know, it's the energy of magic. It is the energy of magic and illusion and all that stuff. So, and then Mercury, yes, Mercury is still in shadow period. Okay, so, and for me, it's in my 11th house of the internet. Okay, so go figure. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about the interruption. And I totally forgot what I was saying, because also Neptune and Pisces rule being a space cadet, outer space. Woo, you know, your mind, your thoughts just kind of float off and then to the distance, and you're like, you know what? I forgot what I was saying. That can totally be Pisces energy, Pisces and Neptune energy. But I was saying, oh, I think I was saying that because I am very artsy, I am a Piscean person. I think the wavy eyebrow trend personally is cool, like for art, but it's not something that I personally would wear out. But you know, then again, other people will say that about makeup in general. I don't really care to wear makeup. Oh, natural beauty and all this stuff. And I only wear makeup occasionally. That's you. That's your perception. That's based on your Venus, if you're a person that wears makeup, your Mercury, thoughts, logical, rational thoughts, and your moon, perception, okay, and how you were raised, and all kinds of factors, you know. So what's cute to you may not be cute to somebody else, and vice versa. But that's why it's so important to know astrology, is what I was saying, because you can have an understanding of that. We all have our own perceptions of things, you know what I mean? So how that ties into the Pisces full moon tonight. And as I am here live, it is actually nighttime, and you know, the moon is visible. Unfortunately, since I'm a Scorpio rising, I have all these black curtains and blinds and trees blocking windows. So I can't see it right now, but I'm sure it's absolutely gorgeous if you guys take a look and step outside right now. So anyway, what else is this energy about? Pisces of Neptune. Well, besides illusions and fantasy and film, it rules, you know, photography, you know, because when you have this Neptunian energy, and like I said about perception, your perception is very imaginative and colorful, and you want to bring that to life, like you want to materialize it. So that's why Pisces energy and Neptune energy, they do rule different arts. Like visual arts is totally that energy. So if you are strong in the 12th house energy, Neptune or Pisces in your chart, then you know what I mean. the way that you think is in pictures. It's more in pictures. It's more visual than verbal. And because of that, you know, a lot of times Pisces energy, yeah, we can be pretty spacey and kind of like, you know, trail off into la la land somewhere, but it's not really just like dumb stuff we're thinking about when we do that. It is more, it's different things. You know, I wonder why this, or I wonder why that, or a song will come into our mind. Or if you're a creative artist, all these artsy creative ideas will come into your head rather than a lot of practical. Because this is, you know, the full moon is the sun in Virgo, the moon in Pisces. They're opposing one another and they bring a tense energy, you know, sometimes. And I personally, as a person that has both of those energies, I have energy in the 6th house of my chart, and Virgo is the 6th sign, so that's like the same thing. And I have a Pisces moon square Neptune. I experience both sides, you know, and I noticed that a lot of times when Piscean people, we're put into situations with people who are more like Virgoan, more, you know, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, really like earthy energy, or around like air energy that's very cerebral. They take Piscean energy as totally being like, oh, they're just dumb, because we're very visual people. You can verbalize things all you want, but we're very non-verbal in a lot of ways too, because Pisces energy is here to pick up on all the hidden little nuances of things. You know, what you're not saying verbally, we're here to pick up on that and interpret it and be like, oh, okay, and absorb. You know, we're here to absorb feelings and thoughts. Like, a lot of Piscean people, we kind of do have the ability to read minds now. We sure do. But the thing is, you know, we also love to give the benefit of the doubt, because we are the energy of humanitarianism as well as Aquarius. Pisces energy is about being charitable. It is about giving away, release. It's the very last sign on the zodiac wheel. So what do? You know, like when you're you're at the end of your own personal life cycle, any type of cycle in life. That can mean your actual physical life. What do you do when you're there at the end? What do a lot of people do when they know it's the end? That is, you know, they're old and they've lived a long, full life. What do? They become charitable. They become closer to God or whatever they worship, as far as a source of higher power, you know, whatever they believe in. You become closer to that. And because of that, you may look at the world in a different way, as like, you know, we should all just love one another. And anything that's like below that is super petty. And I don't really care about that. I just want to worry about pure love. Virgo energy is about purity, but in the physical realm. Pisces energy is about purity, but in like a more spiritual way, you know, in a more like matters of the heart way, not just the physical, what we see, you know, more in like feelings, a feeling of pure divine love. And that's why a lot of Piscean energy people, or 12th house people, Neptunian people, they do become super religious or super spiritual. Whenever people have like a Neptune transit, a really heavy Neptune transit, like if you're a Pisces and you were born around wherever the 13th degree of Pisces is, I want to say that's around like the 4th of March. So maybe a few days before, a few days after. You've had Neptune creeping up on you, and some of you guys have had like some really crazy experiences that Neptune can bring, like really having these dreams, because Pisces energy does rule dreams too. Having these dreams that are very strong in their messages, you know, and they're very vivid and they play out like movies, or maybe even just visions, even when you're awake, that play out like movies. And it's like, wow, you know, or like, and they could even be psychic visions, you know, very intuitive visions about things that are real, not just our imagination running wild, thinking crazy, kooky things, you know? So, Brother Jerry says he had a dream punching a demon in the face. I know you're a Taurus rising, Brother Jerry, but do you have any Pisces planets in your chart, or any like 12th house activity happening? If you're a Taurus rising, you have Uranus and Aries transiting the 12th house of your dreams. So yeah, you said it might have been your ex-boss. Ooh, you know, I would love to have a dream like that about some of my ex-bosses, let me tell you. But anyhow, back to lovely Pisces energy and peace and love and loving everybody. So, Jupiter, is that Jupiter in Pisces, Jerry? Let me know. Oh, I see. So Neptune transiting over your Jupiter. Yeah, that'll do some stuff like that because Jupiter is the higher mind. So your higher mind is having a Neptunian experience. And another thing is that a lot of people who follow spirituality, especially the more open-minded forms of spirituality, are aware that Doreen Virtue, who actually was the person that made a lot of cards that a lot of us have, like I just got all right, sorry about that. Mercury in shadow. Yeah, that's what happened. Sorry. Anyhow, Neptune's energy, it rules stuff like fairies, mystical things, mysticism, magic, and all that stuff. So Doreen Virtue, that's what I was talking about. She is having a Neptunian experience right now. Wow, I wish I could remember. You know, the Peace Dealer, he did a really dope video about her that was very real, very descriptive, showed her chart and everything to the T, like so detailed. It was really dope video. Go check it out. But anyway, where he mentioned the fact that she's having a Neptune transit. I think a Neptune opposition to her moon, I believe. But anyway, she's going through a Neptune transit, okay? And a lot of times when people go through a Neptune transit, a 12th house transit that's very heavy, then that's when they say, oh, I spoke to God, whatever form, whatever deity it is that they believe in. I saw them, you know, I'm closer to them. You get closer to the highest source of love, divine love and spirituality. Okay, so, oh, hey, Fatima. Yeah, you become closer, okay, to that realm when you have a Neptune transit. So what I was saying was if you were born in March, like around the beginning of March, then you probably have had experiences similar to that. Also, Jupiter transits will do that too, but that's for another video because Jupiter is an energy of tapping into higher as well. So, and seeking the meaning of life and spirituality. So if you have a significant Jupiter transit, it can also bring you closer and have these experiences that are very spiritual. Okay. Sometimes you see people. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. So if you have this energy, the energy of Pisces, the energy of Neptune, which the moon in Pisces, the full moon, when it was at its peak, which was very early this morning here in the US, on the East Coast, it was 3:03 a.m. and on the West Coast, it was 12:03 a.m. that it came to its actual peak. It was in a conjunction with Neptune, okay, because Neptune is about 11, 12 degrees of Pisces right now, retrograde, and the moon was at 13 degrees. It came to its peak at 13 degrees. So because of that, the effects of the full moon, which are imprinted and stamped, okay, for the next few weeks to come, have that Neptune energy attached to it. So because of that, it's even more intuitive energy, psychic, if you will, mystical, magical. It's about Neptune energy is about making your dreams come true. And I know that sounds so corny, and I don't like to be corny. Well, sometimes just to be stupid, but it is about that though. It is about being a dreamer. I should have been filming at a different angle because to have this piece on my wall that my sister-in-law bought me, And she's a 12th houser, okay? And so she gets it about dreams, making your dreams come true. And it says dream, and it's in like a gradient, you know, some little tiles that are all cute and colorful, gradient color. I'll show it to you guys maybe another broadcast. But anyway, it's about making your dreams come true, because Pisces people, Piscean energy, it is about dreaming about stuff. And sometimes it can sit there and daydream and daydream and daydream and say, I wish, I wish, I wish. I wish somebody would do this. I wish I could do that. But the Virgo aspect of the full moon is reality, making dreams, Pisces, become reality, which is Virgo. So that's a huge message within this full moon. Because if it were only like Pisces energy happening here, let me tell you, Pisces moon here, we can just sit there and wallow. Okay, we can sit there and just wallow and like wish and hope that someone psychically picks. All right, Google, you guys got to get your crap together, okay? Because this is some BS. Okay, alrighty then. What I was saying was sometimes Piscean energy and Neptune energy, it's so about just floating in your dreams and your thoughts and everything and imagination that it can just get lost in that and not even do anything to take action to make those things actually happen. Okay, that's what I was trying to say before I was rudely interrupted by technical difficulties. Rude, rude, rude in my bonqueequee voice. So anyhow, that's the whole thing about this Pisces full moon. Make your dreams into reality. And wherever it lands in your personal birth chart, that is where you should take this lesson, you know, and apply it. Now, before we get into the horoscopes, I'll tell you guys about a few Pisces moons that are famous, Piscean energy people that are famous, and some things about them to think about with the energy of this full moon and how you can apply that to your own world. Okay, now who do I have on my shirt? Can you guys see? Can you guys read? So this is Virgo season, and this is a Pisces moon. And guess what? Bruno Mars. I love Bruno Mars. I used to swear when I was still single that I was going to marry him. He's a lovely Pisces rising man. He also has Venus and Mars conjunct in Virgo. So he's also got that Virgo work ethic and his moon in the 6th house. So yes, he's got Virgo energy. He's got the Pisces energy. So he has a very strong work ethic. Okay, that's that Virgo. His Pisces is very imaginative, very dreamy. It's so in tune with music. And, you know, Pisces people who have a heavy dose of this energy or Neptune energy, they are the artists that, if you know, like music is more like what I study a little bit more, what I'm more in touch with. So I almost give musician examples. But if you know any musicians that have this energy, if you notice, they are the ones that they can learn playing music like that, writing music like that, instruments, everything, dance. It all comes so naturally easy to them because they have that flow of that Neptune vibe, that Neptune energy that just comes through them, takes over, and you really get into like a trance. You really get into a trance. And so Bruno Mars, he can play all kinds of instruments, honey. Okay, like he doesn't even display everything that he knows how to do. All right, there's some stuff that he holds back. Let me tell you, I was obsessed with him, obsessed when he first came out. I was like, who is this guy? And I went on his MySpace when there was still MySpace, people were still on there, and he had like just some videos he recorded on his phone or whatever of him playing the drums, of him dancing. And I'm talking about dancing, okay, like some Michael Jackson style moves, okay, like on point. Playing the keyboard, playing the piano, playing the guitar, like electric guitar. Oh my gosh, men who could play the electric guitar. All right. So he's very multi-talented. Who else is? Let me think. Prince. Prince was a Pisces moon and Neptune in his first house, which is similar to Pisces rising. He has Neptune rising, right? So he could play so many instruments. So many instruments. He did not really need to take classes. It was just energy that came through him. He just knows. And also the thing is, when you have that Pisces and Virgo axis energy, you understand not just the floaty Neptune stuff, Pisces stuff, but you also understand timing, because Neptune's energy, Pisces, we don't give a shit about time. Okay. We do not count time. We hate counting. We hate numbers. We hate all that stuff. Virgo energy, it loves all of that. It keeps track of things, counting, order, and all that stuff. So if you have both, those are what makes a lot of these artists very phenomenal, because they tune into both, you know. So, and I talked about Prince in the last broadcast, so I'm not going to be like uber repetitive, but he's another example. He has Venus in the 6th house, Virgo-esque, numbers, counting, timing, naturally Neptune, being able to bring that to make some beautiful magic possible. Okay. Otherwise, if it was just Neptune, he probably would have kept it all up here, kept all his talents to himself. Bruno Mars too, you know. And also, who else? Jhené Aiko. Jhené Aiko, I don't know if she plays any instruments, but she is a double Pisces. She's a Sag rising, but she has sun and moon in Pisces. If you listen to Jhené's music, doesn't it sound, a lot of it sound like flowing water? I noticed that, and that's what drew me into her music. Sounds like flowing water. And she has her Pisces sun and Pisces moon, and she has tattoos that are like nautical themed, right? And she's from California, you know, right near the beach, boy. So you know what? She's uber Piscean, and she's also into astrology. She knows her sun, moon, and rising sign. She knows her chart. Erykah Badu, double Pisces, okay? Pisces sun, Pisces moon, Sag rising, just like Jhené, all right? So very flowy, soothing. Erykah Badu, she knows her astrological math too. So you see what these people have in common? Very spiritual, very mystical. They just, oh yeah, Jhené's first album, she was coming out of the water. There's themes with her naming her album, Sailing Souls, Sold Out, I can't remember the other names right now, but there's water themes, right? Ocean themes. So yeah, you didn't know Badu is a double Pisces? She sure is, and she says so all the time in interviews. She's like, well, I'm a double Pisces. And you know, a lot of these interviewers are like, who, what? I don't know what that means. Whatever, moving along. But yes, they're very mystical people there. And then when you hear them talk in interviews, and I notice underneath a lot of these people's interviews, except for Bruno, because Bruno has his Virgo energy, so he can come with witty comebacks, you know. He's very good. Virgo is ruled by Mercury, so it's more sharp when it comes to expressing itself verbally. But the other ladies that I know that have like Pisces moon energy, other people that I know that have it, they aren't as witty, and they're kind of like, well, you know, and they got to think about what they say. And then people will leave rude comments under their interviews and say, they're space cadets, they're dumb. No, because Pisces energy is always up there. It doesn't mean stupid though. It just means we're on like a different level. And I don't mean that in like a snooty way. I mean like that in actual, real, factual way. Like, we're on a different level. We're concerned about different things. We're not always concerned about our opposite sign Virgo, all the petty little details and picking at things and all the details and the systems and the order. Pisces is way above that. You know, that's why when I used to work in, because I have 6th house energy and I used to work in very practical jobs, I could do the work and I love numbers. I love all that stuff. But at the same time, my Piscean energy is like, why are you guys so focused on the petty? You know what I'm saying? Like when they would be very nitpicky, and especially about time. Let me tell you, I'm sure if you guys tune into my live broadcast, I'm not always exact with time. That's my Pisces energy. It's very like flowy, and like sometimes we lose track and then we're like, oh yeah, that's what time it is. We're like that a lot, you know, and it's not like, it could be a disadvantage, but only if it's like within the practical world. If we got to do practical things, it could be a disadvantage. But when it comes to our art and spirituality work, oh my gosh, it's such an advantage. Okay, so that's why I noticed that when I worked in practical jobs, I always got disciplined. I know somebody mentioned discipline right now. I got disciplined all the time, disciplinary action, and that was really the only thing they had on me when if I was like on the radar at jobs. It was usually, oh, you didn't come back from lunch on time. Oh, you came in 30 seconds late. And my Pisces energy is like, I'm so above that. Like, once again, not in a snooty way, but it's like, I'm more focused on things beyond that, that I see that as petty. Like, why do you, and then they would have a little Excel spreadsheet. This day you came in this time, this day at this time, this day, this day. And I would be like, wow, like, why spend time on that? There could be so many things higher above that to spend time focusing on, you know? So that's why Pisces people, when it comes to really practical stuff, or Pisces energy, it's not as all the way there. It's more like, what? Like, who's worried about that? Not me. That's not my job. That's not my job here. To worry about all these little things. That's a Virgo job. Go give that to a Virgo. Go bother Virgos with that. Piscean energy, no. But once again, with the energy of this full moon, it's a balance between the two. Finding that balance. Finding the balance between worrying about stuff like that and not worrying too much, you know, or being very practical and organized, but still incorporating imagination and creativity and compassion and everything without overflowing the water, you know, breaking the dam. You know what I mean? The Virgo energy is like a dam. It's containing the water. It's making sure it, you know, it still gives its room to flow, but it is still like contained, and there's an order to how and where it's supposed to flow. So I feel like with this full moon, it's totally about that. It's maintaining a balance between those things. And I know that's like a lifelong struggle if you have the energy of Pisces, of Virgo, or both, or 6th, 12th house, Neptune plus Mercurial, whatever. It all equates to the same math, okay? The same mathematical equation conclusion, all right? Finding that balance, finding the balance. Full moons are always about finding the balance. And it's not just about, oh, it's tense and, you know, I must act out, you know, it's not about that. It's, okay, how can I balance the two out? Make them work together. The two energies that are opposing each other work together. So that's also why a lot of times full moons, oh my God, something was floating in my eye, sorry. That's why a lot of times full moons could be final decisions, like weighing out, should I go this way or should I go that way? Or it could be about relationships a lot of times, full moons. Before I was even heavily into astrology like I am now, and when I was a lot younger and I was dating, I always noticed that during full moons is when I would have the biggest and worst fights with my boyfriends at the time. Always, I would be like so mad, like really highly emotional, blood boiling, like, you know, because the moon pulls the water, the tides, right? And we're mostly made of that. So I would feel like the water in my body was boiling during full moons and just go off on them. Then I would step outside at night to get some fresh air and notice, oh, wow, there's a full moon. And I started noticing a pattern. And this is, like I said, before astrology. Then I started kind of checking myself. If I noticed it was a full moon, like, you know what? Maybe this is what's kind of, there's a factor here. It's a factor in wilding out like that emotionally. Maybe I should watch for when there's a full moon, because maybe I might get a little cray-cray. Maybe there's a theme, a pattern here. So that's definitely something to consider. It's about balance and harmony, the full moons are, not just acting out, okay? So yeah, so that was the main thing as far as the messages of the full moon in Pisces. Pisces energy is about tapping into the world outside of your everyday mundane things, that hamster wheel that we can be in of work and worrying about bills and debts and you know, worrying about all that stuff. Worry, worry, worry. Pisces energy is just like do 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 do. You know, we're like this. Hold on, where'd they go? Pisces energy is like this. So all the practical stuff Virgo worries about. Huh? What? Time? What's that? Okay, work? Who? What? I don't know. If you know Piscean people, they've always got headphones on, right? Right. My oldest son is a Pisces rising, always got the headphones on. Wonder where he got that from. I don't know. But anyway, guys, so yeah, that was just the regular overall message of the full moon in Pisces. Balance out the practical with the spiritual. Balance out, you know, worry with not worrying. Figure out what you should really be worried about and obsessing over as far as details, and what you should just let go. Just let it go. You know, that phrase, that saying, let go and let God, that is a Pisces thing. Just release it up. Release the worry up and say, you know what? Whoever, whatever I believe in will take care of it. That's a Pisces thing. Okay. Virgo thing is, oh my God, I have all this stuff to worry about. Oh, where's my calendar? Where's my schedule? Oh my God. Oh my God. That's Virgo. Must write down lists for everything I got to do and check them off. And it's never ending. That's Virgo. Pisces. What? I don't hear nothing. So anyhow, I think I got the message across. All right. So let's get into some horoscopes. Okay. Shall we? So I'm going to let you guys know for every sign what the focus of the full moon is. And we're still within the energy of the full moon. So yes, you can still set intentions, even though it was at its peak last night. Okay. So I'll let every sign know what you're supposed to find the balance with. Okay. But let me take a sip here of some water. And it's great to hydrate during the full moons too. Although you can retain a lot of water and all that stuff, but still, you know, the moon is about water. So try to still drink some water. Okay. Now on to every sign. Wow, this thing is not letting me see. Hold on, let me refresh. Hopefully that doesn't. I don't know. Oh, okay, cool. All right, so now to all the signs, guys. You love astrology. You understand yourself so much more. Yes, I hear you. That is why I fell in love with it too. It's know thyself, self-knowledge. Brother Jerry got himself a chelada. Well, you know what? Pisces energy, it is about escapism through alcohol and stuff. So some people may be doing that tonight. Cheladas are bomb though, especially if you put tajin on the rim. You know what I'm saying? The rim of your cup or your can. Yes, I am a Pisces moon, but I don't really like alcohol. Like I don't drink it to get a feeling. I drink stuff that tastes good. So I'll sip a chelada here and there. I got you, Brother Jerry. All right, guys. So every sign. Let's start with Aries. And let me get my Oracle of Mermaids deck out. Whew. I haven't used this one since I charged it under the eclipse energy. So once again, I'm still learning how to do the cards like live with other people's energy present. It's very nervy. Like I'm a very nervy person. And it's just, it doesn't always work as well for me as channeling alone. But I'm tapping into the natural energy of the moon in Pisces right now. So yeah, let's do that. Hold on a second here. Oh, I was trying to find. Okay. Yeah, so I'll definitely try to still tap in intuitively. Oh, okay. The moon is at 25 degrees of Pisces right now. And my moon sign is 25 degrees of Pisces. So moon on my moon. So I think I should do all right. You know, my intuition will kick in. Okay, cool. All right, guys. So Aries, yes, Lisa, you're an Aries sun girl. So let's get into the astrology part first. The full moon in Pisces is happening in your 12th house. It's the axis of the 12th and 6th houses. Now, because Aries is the first sign on the zodiac wheel, it starts with you guys. Okay, so the natural order of things, when we talk about the houses, there's, and you know, unless we're looking at you're being an Aries rising, and then your chart could be divided up a little differently. That's for another techie video another time. But usually with Aries, just the whole, you know, natural order of the zodiac, whenever we talk about the houses, it's normally like it means what it means for you. Okay. So the 12th house, 12th from you is Pisces, 6th from you is Virgo. So you guys get it double. Aries is so strong. Okay, that's why Aries energy is so strong, because of the position on the wheel. Okay, so this is definitely what I was saying earlier, the general part of the horoscope, which is the balance between letting things go and worrying. Okay, between taking time out to yourself to be in solitude and worrying about work and details and schedules and checklists and all of that. Okay, so it really is about maintaining a balance. So for you guys, the moon portion of this is in your 12th house. So definitely pay attention to the dreams you have over the next few days, even over the next couple of weeks, because the imprint of the full moon energy, it lasts a couple of weeks. You know, it'll affect you. You may not see something on like today, right? Or yesterday, like bam, something crazy happens, or new development. It could be within, you know, between now and the new moon that you see something change, or you feel a change. And that could be messages within your dreams. That could be not even just when you're sleeping. It means like even when you are just awake, la la la, bam, you can get insight into something, okay, over the next few weeks. So really pay attention to that, Aries. And also this could be a lesson in, because we have all this other energy that's going to be concentrated in Virgo over the month of September, especially. We're going to have Mercury there, Venus, Mars, all there in Virgo very soon. I'm not sure if all of them are going to be at the same time, but also the sun in Virgo. So heavy Virgo concentration, which can cause a lot of worry, a lot of anxiety, a lot of worrying about your health, a lot of like bad habits, getting in the cycle of bad habits in order to relieve that anxiety or relieve the worry. You know, this is about healthy escapism from that, Aries. So what can you do to relax? Besides working, you know, and don't worry, because when the new moon comes, which I may do a video on that, depending upon how things go. I do have a higher volume of astrology work now, which is awesome. I'm so blessed and thankful for all of you guys for giving that to me, but it does make it a little harder to do videos, you know, sometimes. But when that new moon comes later this month, it's going to be concentrated in that 6th house of work. So maybe you guys are trying to get a new job, trying to have a new development within your job, and working a lot of hours, working, worried about a lot of things, trying to get organized. But don't wear yourself out. That's what the Pisces moon is telling you. Don't wear yourself out. Allow yourself that time to relax. Take a little trip away for like even a day trip, Aries. You know, Aries are usually very quick moving people. So a day trip would be even good enough for an Aries person. Okay, just allow yourself that time. Your own space. You Pisces energy, it is about having your own space in solitude. Finding, even within your household, telling everybody, you know what, I'm going to have to close the door and just be alone for a little while. Don't be thinking dirty, Aries, okay? But you know what I mean. Just being alone, zoning out, listening to music, watching TV, YouTube, movies, whatever it is, to get away. All right. So where's my quads? Oh, here they are. So Aries, Aries people, let's pull a card for you guys for the energy of the full moon in Pisces for Aries people. So what is the biggest message for Aries? Okay, so actually we have 2 cards. Visions, psychic images, clairvoyance, seeing, out-of-body travel. That's total 12th house stuff. Okay, so some of you Aries people may be experiencing this with this full moon. Maybe a few days before, maybe a few days after, maybe even up to like up until the new moon, okay? And if you do, really listen to them, all right? Pay attention. And even this mermaid, I have a lighting here, so there may be a bit of a glare. My apologies. Hopefully you guys can see this, but it's a mermaid. She's in blue, which blue is associated with water, with the ocean, and there's a full moon behind her. So this is totally you guys right now, Aries, which you could be experiencing. And then the other one is vulnerability. Open your heart, allow yourself to be tender. You know, Pisces energy is the energy of saviors and victims, both. Okay. So because of that, maybe Aries people, because if you guys being such strong people, you're ruled by Mars. You guys are normally the protectors, the warriors and everything. But the tender, gentle, loving energy of Pisces, it is about, look at this. This male mermaid is carrying this female. That's total Pisces. I'm drowning. Somebody rescue me out in this ocean, okay? And so you guys may be in a situation like that. But I would say that the negative of this is don't fall into that victim mentality to where you just wallow and drown in your emotions. And normally Aries people don't get like that. But, you know, you guys, everything changes, waves and tides. This is why we're talking about planetary activity and how things are changing right now. So sometimes you Aries people can get like this, okay? Fall into a victim role, especially if you have personal planets in Pisces, which a lot of Aries people do. Don't fall into the victim role. Wallow in sorrow. Oh, somebody needs to rescue me. Don't do that. But at the same time, like, don't take advantage of people. That's what it is. Don't take advantage of, you know, being so vulnerable to where you don't do anything for yourself. Okay. But still allow yourself to be vulnerable, at least somewhat, though. You know, you guys have it in you somewhere, Aries, underneath them horns. I see you. I know you. I've dated some of y'all. I know how you can be. Okay. All right. So now on to Taurus. On to Taurus. Yes. Brother Jerry says, or rescue yourself. Yes, rescue yourself out of bad habits, addictions, anything you might be going through, Aries people. So Taurus, the full moon in Pisces is happening on the axis of your 5th and 11th houses. This means that the moon is going to be in Pisces, which is 11 signs from you. This is what rules your friendships and connecting with groups of people, usually on a large scale. Okay, so it can just be friends, whatever. Or if you're a Taurus that works in, say, a field to where you do connect with a lot of people on the internet, social media, or marketing or networking or whatever. That is this area of life too. So for Tauruses, there could be some kind of decision made, some kind of balance that you need to maintain between that, because on the opposite end where the sun part of this full moon is in Virgo. And that for you guys is your 5th house, which is all about being an individual, standing on your little soapbox, your platform, saying, look at me, aren't I glamorous? Don't I shine? Hello, me. Yes, the sun. Everybody sees me. That is the 5th house. But then on the opposite end where the moon is, that's more like, well, I am part of a group of people. I'm part of humanity. I'm part of society. I'm not just only like in my own world. The world doesn't revolve around me. Okay. 5th house energy is the world revolves around me. I am the sun. I am the king, the queen, whatever. 11th house is, no, we're all in this together. Okay. So there's a balance to maintain with that. But also it could be some kind of decision that you make wherever the moon is at, which is the 11th house of groups. So maybe, just maybe, some of you guys may have to make a decision to maybe join a group and stop being so stubborn and only wanting to do things on your own. Just join in, especially if people are like-minded. You guys have similar interests. You guys, you know, you care about the same things. You think the same way. You guys vibe. I always say your fellow aliens. This is the house of your fellow aliens. So Taurus, if you find some good people like that, allow yourself to connect. Okay. But also don't lose sight of your own. Don't let people dull your shine though. This could be about people that are in a group, like not allowing you to shine. And you're like, hold on, wait a second. I'm here too. Okay. Tauruses, we're not very loud. We're people who are more quiet. We're more to ourselves. We're chill. But this could be telling you maybe in a group you need to speak up and say something, you know, maybe say something so that the attention is on you, not just so you can have a big head and be like, it's all about me, you know, I'm the stuff, I'm all that or whatever. It's like, maybe so you have a message that other people do really need to hear. Maybe it could be about that, you know. This could also be maybe for some of you guys, an end to a friendship, a new beginning within a friendship, or a new friendship developing. Okay, so Taurus people, let's see what quad comes up for Tauruses for the full moon in Pisces. Okay. All right, so time and tide. Okay, so this mermaid, well, it says oceanic spells and rituals. These are very, very mermaidy cards, okay? Let me tell you, but not everything is about going to the ocean, doing rituals and all the literal like seashells and all that, because not all of us have the luxury of living near an ocean. But so not always a literal message on these cards is what I tune into. I tune into the imagery and anything that intuitively comes up. And wow, this mermaid, she's really contemplating. Like, she is on the beach. The sun is setting behind her. So this could be like an end to something, a really big change or shift in something. And she's really contemplating something. So you guys could be really contemplating something to do with connecting, because she's drawing a heart in the sand too. That's love. That's her heart. Like, where is her heart? Is her heart in this area, or is it in the other area? So you guys are making a really heartfelt decision right now, Taurus. That's what this could mean. Let me see what else I pick up from this really quick here. Yeah. And she's really worried. She's worried about something. She's probably worried about if other people are feeling the same thing that she feels, or other people are on the same thought, you know, the same thought wavelength as she is. Like, are they or are they not? That's kind of the look on her face, you know. So this is listening to your intuition to figure out who is on your team and who isn't. And do you just need to roll solo? You know, maybe step out of being associated with some people because you guys aren't on the same page anymore. So I feel like that's what that means for Taurus people. So now on to Gemini. Hold on, one of my buddies wants to join in. Okay. Oops, I typed love instead of live. Ooh. All right. Anyhow, now on to Gemini. Gemini sun, moon, or ascendant people, the full moon in Pisces for you guys. So this is happening. Wow. And I have a lot of Geminis close to me, Gemini risings, my sister, and then my not blood sister, my best friend, one of my best friends, Gemini rising. So Gemini, this full moon in Pisces for you guys, it is happening in your 10th house of career. Wow. So it's on the axis of career and home, making your mark in the world versus being somebody who takes care of, like, being an important person out there versus being an important person in here in your household. Okay. So a lot of Gemini people, this is where you need to maintain a balance. You're trying to hold on to being like a great family person, or even if you're not a family person, you have a home to maintain. You've got maybe pets, you know, household responsibilities of some sort, Gemini. Then it's like, well, I need to maintain, you know, a balance between that and also working. You know, maybe some of you guys are going to have an awesome work opportunity. I really am crossing my fingers for some of you guys. And because of that, like, maybe your home life is a little bit of a wreck. It's a little bit of a mess, you know. So it's about getting both of those things together, getting them like balanced out, maintained in orderly fashion, because this is Virgo down there at the bottom. Okay. So having your home life be in order, so that way you can embark on some new like adventure or journey when it comes to your career, like your name, what you're known as, all of that stuff. So let me know if any of you Gemini people are having these like really dope career opportunities. I would really like to know. Do you guys have anything coming up? Let me know also when this video publishes. Did you receive like a job offer or something? Like I said, my sister's a Gemini rising, and this full moon, she is really like working hard, going to all these interviews this week. So I'm hoping she lands herself a nice job. The other Gemini rising close to me, I think she is trying to make a decision. Oh my God, I can never say that word. She's trying to make a decision of whether to stay in the career that she's in or maybe go to a different one. I'm pretty sure she is. Yeah, I'm on Gemini. Yes, I am. So I'll get to Virgos shortly. Okay, just be patient. So Gemini, this is definitely having to do with career versus home, or, you know, also your legacy. What do you want to be known as? Okay, because there could be some of you guys out there, Geminis, especially maybe some younger ones or ones that are more still attached to your family. Your family may want one thing for you, want you guys to go into some career, some life path, but then on the opposite end is you, what you want to do, what you want to be known as, what career you want. You know, your family down here on the bottom, the root of your chart, may want you to, well, your grandfather did this and so did your father, and therefore this is what you have to do. But maybe you guys want to do something totally different. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that could be something that you Geminis have to try to work out and balance out with this full moon. Okay, so now on to the cards, and best of luck to you guys, Geminis. Oof, really crossing my fingers because I know a lot of you guys are stuck in some crazy life situations. Like you got Saturn in your 7th house of relationships. A lot of Geminis, Gemini risings going through divorce, separating from toxic relationships. And then you want a nice career that pays well, you know, because you guys want to be able to escape that situation, make good enough money so you can stand on your own 2 feet and carry the family, what's left of it, you know, and then live a happier life, right? So a lot of you guys are going through that. So let's see what cards come up for Gemini or Gemini rising people for the full moon in the sign of Pisces. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. Good luck on the job search. Oh, I know. You're a 10th house Gemini? Oh, okay. Yeah, that means if you're a 10th house Gemini, that means you are a, let's see, a Virgo rising. More than likely. So that means the full moon is more like in your 1st and 7th houses for that person asking. Yeah, so what wants to come up for a Gemini as far as my beautiful Oracle of Mermaids cards? Oh, I need to put this one back in the deck too. Let me look in the chat too. So you have a Gemini friend that was just saying she needs to find a new job. Yes. Silent Profiling says I don't know if you're male or female. My bad, Silent Profiling. I see you all the time on both of my platforms. And I don't even know if you're male or female. You don't have a picture, so my apologies. But Silent Profiling's sister is a Gemini. Said that today 2 jobs called her back. Yes. Okay, so this is a card that came up for Geminis. The Crane Bag, Sacred Ocean Medicine, Clutter, Declutter, or Choices. So this card is definitely speaking to the choices that you have to make at home. And maybe for some of you guys, you do need to declutter around your house in order to get your life in order to, what's the word? Like get yourselves in that mind state of success. Like if home life is going good, it's clear, it's clean, then maybe you'll have more of a clear focus up there with the career and the success and the achievement. Okay, that's kind of what I feel like this is talking about. And it's also about healing because it says Sacred Ocean Medicine. This little this bag that she has, it's got this like, you know, magic leaking out of it, this light in it too. So this could also be about healing. Okay, like healing some family issues for some of you Geminis. Family issues, I know some of you guys are going through it. My gosh. Healing some family issues so that you guys can be successful. And let me tell you guys something else, Geminis. If you want that job, you want that career, you want that success, so that way you can make your home life better, then you guys should put, like, I encouraged my sister the other night. She was like, well, I'm thinking about buying a bottle of wine, but I don't know. I was like, just buy it. She's like, well, maybe this fancy cheese and crackers and stuff, you know, kind of foo-foo, Grey Poupon stuff. Yeah, I'm thinking about, I was like, just get it. And I was like, you know what? What you need to do is already celebrate having this dope job. this dope career move. Celebrate it already like it's already happening, and you'll attract it to yourself. So yeah, kick back with that wine and your foo-foo little hors d'oeuvres and stuff, okay? Like, I'm already living that life. I'm preparing myself for living that lifestyle, okay? So do that to kind of help to get your mind off of any BS that's going on, that, or any like internal fears that you may have, Gemini, as far as like, can I do this? Can I not? You know, can I be successful? Yeah. So, and yeah, decluttering your home may help. And that can mean decluttering people that don't belong there out of that home too. Alrighty then. So next up is Cancer, but let me take a little sippy sip. They got blue wine now. Really? Interesting. Interesting, Brother Jerry. Blue wine, huh? Okay. So next up is Cancer. Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant people. The full moon in Pisces, what is it bringing to you? What's your focus? Well, this is between the axis of your third and your ninth houses. So the full moon in Pisces is happening in your ninth house. That means the house of greater opportunity, expanding your horizons. Expanding your horizons can mean travel. It can mean, it's usually the house of travel and education in the foreign. Like, that's more like simple way of putting it. But yes, it really is though, because that's how people normally kind of expand their minds. And let me tell you guys something, Cancers. So Cancer people, I always tell you guys, I have a lot of you guys near and dear to me, of Cancers, to observe you guys and not just read out of a book or the back of a magazine how Cancers are. No, I'm around you guys 24/7, okay? And I feel and pick up on Cancers, their behaviors, their energies, what they feel, what they think, and all that stuff. So a lot of Cancers, they don't really like to go too far from home. They don't. You guys just don't really like to go too far from home. You like to stay comfortable in your shell. You're the crab, right? The crab, the shell, it can actually not just mean your house. It means like your city or your neighborhood where you live. But the ninth house is the opposite of the third. The third is the neighborhood. It's the hood. It's around the way. Okay. The ninth house is, you better get out there. You better explore the world. You're a citizen of the planet. You're not just a citizen of, you know, wherever you were born or where you're from to be patriotic about. Be patriotic about this whole entire beautiful earth that you live on. That's what the ninth house says. Okay. So this full moon is calling you guys towards greater opportunity one way or another, whether that is you are comfortable in the job that you work, but it may not be the best for you, but you're comfortable there. You've been there a long time. Okay, well, what else is out there? That's what the ninth house is, opening your mind to see what else is out there for you. So it's not always just traveling, but it can be. So maybe you guys should be planning a trip now that Mercury is no longer retrograde. But don't proceed until after the shadow period, please, because as you guys saw, there's still some stupidity that happens during the shadow period. It's not like, hooray, Mercury retrograde's over. No, boo-boo, it's not. So maybe planning some travel or some kind of experience, maybe still within the comfort of your vicinity where you live, but it's an experience that you've never had before. Maybe you've never gone to a certain park, a certain mountain to hike that's, or you know, where you live, a certain shopping center, anything other than the usual, the norm. This full moon is calling you to get out and do that, to open your mind towards that. You know, still, yeah, be your around the way person, you know, neighborly or whatever, hanging around your family, but allow yourself a chance to experience otherwise though, Cancer. So, and also some of you guys, you know, of course, according to the traditional astrology, you guys may, oh my gosh, Matlocks, what's up? Thank you so much for being here, for tuning in. And yes, you know, I was tuning into your show over the weekend. It was dope. But sorry, Cancers. I saw some of my homies here. We're talking about homies around the way, your people, you know, and some of mine popped up. So I'm sure you guys understand. But get out there and experience other people. Foreign, ninth house is foreign people. Okay, foreign experiences, foreign countries. Also, some of you guys make a decision to go back to school and expand your mind that way. You know, get out there and start learning about something you've always wanted to do, and you've kind of kept it only like, you know, in your own mind to yourself. But now it's like time to share that with the world by getting further educated on it or whatever, further experienced. Okay. The ninth house is experiences. Oh my gosh. So have some experiences, Cancer. Okay. All right now. So let's see what card comes up for Cancers intuitively. For the full moon in Pisces, what message is it bringing to my Cancer people? I think because the moon is in my moon sign right now, which is highly intuitive, that's why I'm doing pretty well with the cards live and not getting the usual anxiety that comes with this, with other souls in my presence. Everybody's different though, guys. It doesn't mean like she doesn't know what she's doing. No, everybody's different with how they use their intuitive abilities, okay? I'm not Miss Cleo here, child, even though I joke about that. All right. Woo. Ah, this card is like freaking jumping. Okay. So Cancers, you guys got the Time and Tide card also. And who else had this? Taurus had this card. Okay. So for Cancers, this card, Time and Tide. Well, this mermaid is looking out and wondering about something. So I really feel like for you guys have some worry. Cancers always have worry though. You guys have some worry as well, Cancers, about a decision. And maybe you're worried if you're not good enough for doing something that's like beyond what you normally do. Okay. I think you're worried. I think you want to do something that your heart, because she did draw a heart in the sand. You want to do something that your heart is telling you to do, but you're like, I don't know, should I or should I not? Just do it. Just do it. Okay. That's period, point blank, Cancers. Just do it. If your heart feels it and it's not something that's like a totally bad decision that's going to bite you in the ass, do it. Do it. If it's a really cool experience that you can have, leave the worry, the worry about doing something outside the norm, outside of like your normal little comfortable shell. Just do it. All right. So next up is Leo. Leo, sun, moon, or ascendant people. The full moon in Pisces. How is it affecting you guys? Well, this is a lot more deeper for Leo people. Okay. The cards don't lie, child. In my Miss Cleo voice. Yes. Yes, boo-boo. Thanks, Elle. Thanks for reminding me of our R.I.P. Miss Cleo. So Leo people, this is a very deep and spiritual full moon for you guys, okay? And you guys can be very passionate and proud people. But at the same time, you can have some emotional experiences too, okay? So for Leo, this full moon is happening on the axis of your 8th and 2nd houses. So the first thing that comes to my mind for you guys, especially as a Taurus, is money. Like Mr. Krabs, me money. You guys may have some Mr. Krabs moments about your money, Leo, okay? But also, this could be about some really deeply soulful experiences, like the 8th house where the full moon is at. It could be about trauma, like past trauma, past relationship stuff that you're still clinging on to back here in your subconscious. Stuff from even childhood, maybe, that you've experienced that really affected you in a not so great way. You still carry like a deep pain within your heart and your soul. And maybe you could be like, oh, shiny, happy, with great hair on the outside, but in the inside, it's like, you got some stuff brewing still back there that kind of can hinder you guys from really like shining like brighter than you already do, as if that's possible, right, Leo? Yeah. But anyhow, so letting go of some very deeply emotional stuff for Leo people. This full moon can bring some things out. Some of you guys can have the tears pouring, honey, okay? And it's all right. It's okay. Pisces energy is about water flowing. So just let those emotions flow and hopefully rinse away some of that old garbage from back there. Okay. No, I'm talking about Leo, Brother Jerry. Okay. So yes, it could be about releasing old pain for Leo, but also more happier stuff. This is also the house of intimacy. So some of you Leos may be getting a little bit more of that in your life. I'm sure you guys will be happy about that. Maybe it could be about connecting with somebody on a level that's more than just a superficial, hey, how you doing? Nice clothes, nice watch. I think you're cute. I think you're cool. Yeah, whatever. Let's have a drink. Okay, yeah, that's it. No, it's beyond that, which is like what's in your soul, what's in your heart. Okay, who are you really, like, when nobody else is around? Do you believe in aliens? What's your spiritual beliefs? Like, all of those deep questions, you know, you could be getting to know somebody on that level, Leo, which is awesome. But also, this could have to do with money, because once again, this is a balance. This is a balance between the second house of earned income that you earn from working at a job, and the eighth house of money that you may receive from other than working, which is like from other people, borrowing money from others, debts like loans, taxes, credit cards, money that you can receive from the government. Maybe some of you guys have an inheritance settlement that is being completed right now. So it could be anything along those lines. It could be a letting go of maybe not working and depending upon another person. And maybe you have to separate from somebody, you know, on that level, like financially depending upon them. And now it's time for you to get to work, okay? Because all this stuff in Virgo is happening in your second house the whole entire month, even after this full moon, Leo. So for you guys, that means that you guys are going to have to stand on your own 2 feet, making money, not worried about being attached to anybody, like no ties to them. So yeah, this could be, you know, also the eighth house. I don't mean to scare you guys, but I'm always keeping it real. Eighth house is also divorce. I always see it as divorce. So some Leos could be getting a divorce and having to separate themselves financially and as far as their assets from another person. Now it's time to stand on your own. Get that money coming in by some work, like serious work. Okay, just like that little emoji that's doing this, or is she doing this? I don't know, she's doing this, whatever. That girl, it's time for you guys to be her, that emoji. Okay. Sorry. So let's see the quad that comes up for Leos for the full moon in Pisces. What's coming up for Leo people? Yes. Oh, okay. All right, I got you, Brother Jerry. You're good. You're good. Brother Jerry is an OG viewer, man. He's been here like this whole time. Any platform I'm on, he is there. So shout out to Brother Jerry. Okay, all right. Let's not lose any more. We don't want like 50 cards to fly out, child. Okay, so here's a couple of cards for Leo from my mermaid deck. So the first one is transparency. Transparency. So look, the eighth house. I haven't done Libra yet, Matlocks. I'm getting there though. 2 more signs to go. So stay with me now. So for Leo, this is one of your cards, transparency. The eighth house where the full moon is at. You know, that energy is like having X-ray vision. It is about having X-ray vision, like seeing down to the core of things and even beyond that, because it's an energy that's similar to Scorpio, where the full moon is happening for you guys. So it can bring out a scorpionic type of energy for Leo people. So this says honesty, authentic, being genuine, and being present. And this mermaid, her eyes are serious. Like she's very emotional, but she's serious. To me, she looks like she's been crying. Like her eyes are red. Like she just saw the truth about somebody, okay, about some situation. And she's crying. She may be upset. She may be emotional, but she is glad that she saw it. She's glad. She's like, okay, now I know. Now I know what I need to do, you know. So maybe some of you guys may have a situation like that. Somebody shows their true colors. You need to take them for what they are, clearly. And be like, okay, I saw. Now I know what I need to do. Need to go, you know. So I feel like that's what the message of that card is. And then, wow, fertility, Leo. Leo is a sign of fertility, believe it or not. The fifth sign, the fifth house, yes, that is being fertile. So this mermaid, she does have a moon symbol on her forehead painted. She's got pearls on her. That's all Cancer-y energy to me, moon energy. And then there is a bubble with a baby. You got your picture on your cards, balling. Yes, honey, I do. Just kidding. But fertility, potential, powerful creative energy, and initiation energy. So giving birth to something new, something new. So this is new beginnings, and new beginnings that could be very emotional, Leo, but still, they're very necessary. And I think that this card came up because this is more like the release and the letting go, because you see the truth in a situation. And this is okay. This is what I need to do to move on. I need to just move on to better things, give birth to new things, give birth to new ways of, you know, this is affecting money for you guys, making money. You know, and also this is about, like, the full moon is also about self-worth and value, like not just value of like money and material stuff, but of yourself, Leo. So giving birth to new ideas, and like letting go of like old ways of, like, if somebody instilled something in your head, let me just put it this way. If any of you guys were in like a toxic situation, for example, and somebody instilled things in your head, like, you ain't S word, okay? I'm trying not to cuss so YouTube doesn't cut my coins up in here, but you are nothing. You're nothing, Leo. You aren't all that. You aren't who you think you are. You aren't that great. If anybody was cutting you down, this is like, no, I need to start all over again with my self-esteem. Okay, I really do. And now that I got away from that situation, this is what I'm doing. And I'm going to do me. I'm going to have a brand new me. That's the newness of the birth in this card. Also for Leo people. But also this could be like some family issues being healed as well, I feel like, for Leos. Or it could be actual fertility, like a child, like giving birth to a child, conceiving a child. Could be literally that. All right, so moving along to Virgo. I know some of you Virgos are waiting in the chat. Thank you very, very much. So Virgo, sun, moon, or ascendant people, how is the full moon in Pisces affecting you? It's affecting you big time because you guys are involved in this full moon. Your sign is, because the sun is in Virgo. We also have Mars that just entered Virgo yesterday. Mercury will be in Virgo on the 10th. Sorry. Mercury will be in Virgo on the 10th, Venus later on this month. So there's a lot of Virgo energy. Caroline's a Virgo rising. Yes. So this is about you, girl. And actually, Caroline, I will be in touch with you tonight or tomorrow morning via email. So anyway, for Virgos, this is the sun in your sign. So it's about you, okay? And all this other energy in Virgo, and about you making some new moves and having some new beginnings and all that. But also the moon in Pisces, this is opposite of you. And this is the moon conjunct Neptune. And Neptune's energy, I forgot to mention, it can be about release, or maybe I did, but Neptune brain. This could be about release of something, a dissolvement of something kind of, you know, that just has to disperse out into space and no longer be a worry of yours. And Virgos can worry, okay? So anyhow, this full moon in Pisces is on the axis of you versus other people. Okay, so this could mean a few things. Number one, of course, relationships. People always want to know about relationships. So this can be a decision involving relationships. Finalizing a status of a relationship, whether it's a breakup, whether it's a makeup, whether it is a new relationship beginning, okay? Going to the next level. Should we be engaged or married or divorced, whatever. All of that stuff for Virgo people. Now, also, this could be you versus others, balancing out like how you see yourself versus worrying about how other people see you. Like I said, Virgo is one of those signs of worry. So you guys can have all this worrisome energy about, am I making a good impression? Because you've got, like I said, other planets are in your sign right now, making it about you and the first impression, the first house, okay? So it can be about you guys worrying like, oh, you know, about how you look and how you're appearing to the world. And maybe you just need to focus on, how do you feel about you? Okay, how do you feel about you? Not everybody else, you know? So this can also bring, of course, on a more traditional astrology level, a new business partnership of some sort too, a collaboration of some sort with other people. So it's all about relationships, you versus others, what you feel about you, you doing you versus you doing a relationship. For example, should I remain solo and single and do my own thing and work hard and, you know, work on my self-image and all that stuff? But then there's this person that's like, they're scoping me out. They're trying to tempt me, you know, they're trying to tempt me to like link up with them and be with them in a relationship or whatever. And that can kind of maybe distract me from what I'm trying to do in life. Like, should I or shouldn't I? So it could be all about that for Virgos. Okay, so yeah, good luck with that, Virgos. Maybe some of you guys may have a new boo coming through. A new boo, a new, let's see, what's another new hip term for relationship partner? Bae. Do people still say bae, or is that like out now? I don't know. I'm old, whatever. So now for the cards for Virgo. What card is coming up for Virgo? Virgo sun, moon, or rising for the full moon in Pisces. So what is going on for you guys? What's the card for you guys? I'm wondering which picture you said, which picture was supposed to be me, Elle. Wow. Okay, these are cool. Okay. All right. So first of all, Virgo, we have this card: sisterhood, friendship, allies, compatible souls, loyalty, joy, or delight. This one kind of reminds me of like one of the 3 cards in regular tarot. But anyway, this is you being social. The 7th house is also being social, where the full moon is at. It's highlighting a very social energy for Virgo people. It's not just about being booed up, tied to somebody, okay? It is about being social, getting out there and just connecting one-to-one with others, talking to them, conversing, whatever. So, yeah, this could be just encouraging you to be a lot more social. And if you want to find yourself a relationship partner, maybe that you can find it amongst friends, not necessarily dating a friend, although that could be, but maybe like getting out with friends and being social, you know, that's where you can, you know, meet somebody or whatever. So also, this is like relying upon friends. Like if you're going through something that maybe is not so great that has to do with relationships, go out with your friends. Have one of those nights like they talk about in those songs. Like the first one that comes to mind, and Beyonce's a Virgo, the freakum dress. Put your freakum dress on and get out and look good and all that stuff. And, you know, then go back home to your man or your lady or whatever. But you at least had a good time, okay? And then maybe that'll help you release some tension when it comes to worrying about these relationships. Yeah, getting out, friends, all of that, okay? And then the other card that came up, this is a little different card. Yamaya or Yamaya is, I know that's like a goddess, a deity, excuse me. And this is a very nurturing and caring card. So I feel like you guys still deserve to have experiences that are nurturing and caring when it comes to relationships. And if you are trying to make a decision like, well, should I or shouldn't I? And like, if somebody is willing to take care of you, Virgo energy people, man, you guys are the caregivers of the zodiac. You guys and Pisces and Cancer are like the main ones. But Virgos will forget about themselves a lot of times. And you guys will be so busy like worried about others and stuff and their well-being that you guys don't even drink water or like get enough sleep, you know. And then maybe somebody is stepping in and wanting to help you out. Take some of those ever like never-ending to-do list duties off of your hands and actually say, you know what, let me help you. Let me help you, Virgo. Hello. Okay. And take care of you. All right. And they want to just care for you. So allow them to do that. Also with the full moon being in your 7th house in Pisces with Neptune, this is, yes, be nurturing and caring towards someone, but also don't be stuck in situations where you are someone's like more their parent than their relationship partner. And they are like a baby. Like this is a mom and a baby and it's all beautiful and everything, but there's 2 sides to things a lot of times. Especially in the way I deliver messages. Okay. So this could be you guys have been babying somebody for a long time and taking care of them. And maybe it's time to take a second look at that situation. Maybe they're not even taking care of you. And this is how you would like them to take care of you right back. It needs to be reciprocated, but you're the only one doing this. So, yeah, I feel like that's the message for Virgo people with this full moon. So good luck to you guys with that. So now on to Libra. And I know some of my Libra peeps have been waiting patiently. Thank you very, very much. Okay, so Libra sun, moon, or ascendant people. And actually, Matt is a Libra sun and rising from what I remember. So Libra people, this full moon is happening in your 6th and 12th house axis. Okay, so same with your opposite sign, Aries. this is all about well-being. It's about wellness, well-being, overall well-being. So making sure that you take care of your body as well as like your soul and your spirit, keeping that axis like balanced out, because some of you guys, now all this Virgo stuff is happening in your 12th house, okay? So that's the house of like just kind of floating and doing nothing, not worrying about time. And you know how I showed you guys earlier. Hold up. Where did my prop go? Okay. I lost it. But anyway, oh, yeah. So this is what you guys could be doing in the 12th house. Like not worried about anything in the world, not wanting to be worried about anything, anybody, any schedules, time. What is that, right? But there's still some practical things that need to be handled in your world, okay? Where the moon is at, that's in the house of practicality, all the schedules, the list, all of that stuff. So for Libra people, this could be balancing that out, making sure that, yeah, you're taking the time out, you're relaxing, you're chilling, you're just being very imaginative, very creative, just kind of floating in your zone. But also you're not forgetting about what else needs to be taken care of, you know? And this is also, the full moon is in the house of health, okay? So this could be you guys making a decision that affects your health, maybe to change your diet. And I know a lot of Libra rising people, and they are making decisions, or have been over the last few days, I've even noticed, because even a few days before the full moon, like we're building up to the peak of the full moon and what it's supposed to bring to us. And then there's the peak of it, and then it starts descending, but it doesn't mean the energy goes away, okay? It's still there. It's a window. So a lot of Libra risings I know have been saying, well, I'm going to change my diet, or I'm thinking about it, and I'm trying to make a decision. I'm trying out some recipes. You know, a lot of people are going vegan now because of that What the Health documentary. I've been seeing everybody talk about it, hearing it. I have, like I said, Libra risings close to me. They're like trying new recipes and like turned off by meat now and all that stuff. And I think it's awesome personally. You know, they want to make some changes. So yeah, some people are going to be making that final decision. Like, should I change my diet? Should I change my exercise routine? Should I incorporate new things into my routines to take care of my physical body? Should I stop? You know, the 12th house energy, where the opposite of where the moon is at, is like floating in like the twilight zone. Like there's no boundaries with anything. There's no rules, like, you know, but then the 6th house is no, there are boundaries, there are rules, there are details that need to be looked into. So you really need to pay more attention to those things. So also the 6th house is work, it's jobs. Some Libra people could be getting a new job, or maybe leaving a job, because full moons are, once again, pressure and tension that makes you have to let go and release something. So some of you guys may have job issues. You're releasing it. You're going to quit. You're going to be like, I can't take this no more. You're cool. You're cool. You're cool. You're cool. F you. I'm out. So, or it could be not even that dramatic though, because Libras are not really that dramatic. But it could be that, or it could just be like you've been applying for jobs and now it's like, okay, now you get a call back. Finally, you know, you finally get a call back and you get a new job. So it's work, it's health, it's jobs, it's well-being, spiritual, physical, mental, emotional, all of that stuff for Libra people. So best of luck to you guys. Let's see what card comes up to you for you guys, with my mermaid deck for Libras. Let's see. Stay lit, love. Your moon is in Libra. You went vegetarian. Ooh, tell me about it. Tell me about it. Yeah, a lot of you guys are have been experiencing that, because also Neptune is involved in this full moon, and Neptune stays put for years though, guys. It stays put for I think like 14 years or so. So because of that, Neptune in the 6th house for a lot of Libra people could have been bringing you guys health issues over the years, because Neptune is a dissolving energy, and it also rules things that are invasive, like any type of invasive like bacteria or diseases, or just it dissolves the boundaries. It makes you permeable, and like anything can just come in and make you sick. So a lot of Libras have had up and down health over the last several years, since probably like 2012. When Neptune went into Pisces. So, you know, anytime there's a Piscean event, like a full moon or something, it could activate that to where you guys are like making decisions like this, you know, to do something to better your health. And it's going to continue until the 2020s, guys. So yeah. Okay, so here's the card that came up for you guys, Libra. Sacrifice. This is interesting. Those that are worth making. Wait, these are those worth making. There are those that will destroy you. There are those that were... Whatever. Let me intuitively pick up what's on the card, okay? Sometimes I don't like reading the card. All right, so sacrifice. Okay, so once again, the 12th house where the sun part of the full moon is at, guys, and also other planets are in Virgo this month in that 12th house. That is a house of sacrifice. And also 6th house energy is sacrifice. 6th and 12th axis, both are sacrifice because they're both the energies of people wanting to be helpful and charitable. And it's just the 6th house energy is more like it's like, this is my duty and my service. You know, the 12th house is like, oh, I really feel empathy for people who are suffering. You know, I really feel it in my heart, and I don't want to see them suffer. So I'm going to reach out my hand and my heart. You know what I mean? And a lot of times that can mean victims. People are, they may play a victim role, and they want you to save them, but they may become too codependent upon that. Or Libra, it could be you guys doing that too with all this 12th house stuff. You may start wallowing in sorrow and thinking like, oh, my life sucks. I need somebody to rescue me, you know? And this card, sacrifice. A lot of you guys could be sacrificing yourself, your time, your emotions, your money for other people. And this card could be telling you that you need to watch for like people that are taking advantage of that, like that are snaky and like shisty about it. You know, they're draining you because 12th house energy, like when you've got all this stuff popping off in the sign before yours, Libra, this is being very easily drained. Like you can like really tune into like all this powerful spiritual stuff and creative stuff, but you can also be very drained, and you could be so charitable that other people drain you, okay, in some kind of way or another. So, okay, now I can read the message properly. There are those worth making. There are those that will destroy you. So be mindful of who you're sacrificing your time, your energy, and yourself to. This can also mean with jobs, because the full moon is in your house of jobs. If you're sacrificing way too much of yourself at a job and there's not really much return, you know, they're not really appreciating that. Maybe some of you guys will have to leave because of that and go somewhere where your sense of duty is appreciated because you dedicate so much of yourself. Okay. Alrighty then. That's for Libra people. So now into Scorpio, and we are running on almost 2 hours here. So, yeah. I see you, Matt. Good luck, buddy. All right, so now on to Scorpio, sun, moon, or rising people. So that includes me. That's my rising sign, right along with you guys. So what's going on for us with this full moon? Well, this is on the axis of our 11th and 5th houses. So once again, just like our opposite sign Taurus, that is the house of being an individual and being on your soapbox, being just you standing alone, shining out there into the world, versus being a part of just plain old humanity. We're all the same, we're all equal, or being a part of like a group of people to do some creative stuff with. So the moon portion of the full moon is in the 5th house. So 5th house is also children, stuff to do with your children. If you have children, or if you want to have children, you guys could be fertile this month, okay? With this full moon, just fair warning. But also this could be romantic energy too, like wanting more romance in your life. The 5th house rules a lot of things, and I love the 5th house. So this could be, yeah, you guys want some more romantic experiences in your life for Scorpio people. And Scorpios, we don't play that corny, like surface level romance stuff like, hi, honey, here's just a bouquet of flowers and a card that says you're beautiful, and that's it. I mean, that stuff is cool, but Scorpios, we're the sign of the soul bond, okay? Like the soul bond. Like once everything is stripped away, who are you? That's what Scorpio is about. We like that type of connection, okay? So maybe we might be craving some more romantic experiences, but they have to be that deep soul connection. Somebody looking us in the eye when they're talking to us, not eyes darting all around the room, like on other people and on their phone when they're spending time with you. No, I'm sorry. Scorpios don't play that. We need heart to heart, soul to soul. Like if you give us a hug, you better embrace us. We have to feel your heartbeat and make sure you feel ours beating right next to each other. That's Scorpio energy, okay? So when we say we want more romance, if some of you guys start demanding that of your partner with this full moon, let them know. Let them know, Scorpio, that's what you need, not this surface level like bull crap. We don't do that. So could be that, could be children, your children. If you have children and you're a Scorpio, they may need you. They may have some sort of experience in their lives. And I don't want to scare you guys. We Scorpios, we can get kind of paranoid, right? So I don't mean to scare you guys, Scorpios, but it could be they just have, you know, maybe your kids are like growing up and they're going through some kid growing up things, and they just kind of may need you for something. They may need you to be there for them emotionally in some kind of way. You know, maybe they're having a first something or another milestone in a child's life, and you really have to be there and be present emotionally, you know? So Caroline says deep conversations. Yes, hello. If you're with a Scorpio and you're watching this for them to hear their forecast, give them some damn deep conversations, okay? We don't want to hear always about sports games and news and stats and stuff, and like stuff that you don't really know about, but you're just fluffing up a bunch of words to make it sound like you know what you're talking about. No, we don't want that. We want a real deep conversation with real details. You really research something. You know what you're talking about. You're asking us how we feel about something. Okay? Sorry to go off on a tangent, but I got to defend my Scorpio people. So also, now, with this being the axis of the 5th and the 11th houses, Scorpio, this could be a decision of whether to, sorry, my eye is tweaking out because it's getting late. Oh my God. But anyway, this could be a decision of whether to be more involved. Like, okay, same with Taurus. You know, Scorpio and Taurus are opposite sign. We're very fixed energy. We're very stubborn energy. A lot of times we want to just do things on our own and be solo. We don't want to have any groups or any other people involved in it, their hands or their thoughts or anything into anything that we're doing. We want to just do it ourselves, and we want to be in full control of that. But this full moon could be telling us, you know what, let go of control and maybe join in and like, you know what I'm saying? Just join in with other people, see what ideas they have, exchange some, throw them around, you know, and allow yourself to be involved in something like that with other people, not just solo. Or it could be telling you the opposite, Scorpio, that maybe you do need to go off on a solo journey to build yourself up, build up your own business, your own image, your own, like, get your self-esteem, like, you know, you're standing alone, building yourself up, okay? Versus being with a group of people and depending upon them for validation of like your talents or your smarts or anything, whatever it is. Have validation, self-validation, okay? It could be, excuse me, on that axis there. So, sorry. So for Scorpio, it could be groups, could be friends, could be children, it could be romance, could be a lot of stuff with this full moon. So best of luck to my fellow Scorpions with this full moon. I'm sorry. All right, so let me get a sip of water real quick and I'll pull your cards, Scorpio. Alrighty then. And Elle, if you're still watching, you're Libra rising, so I hope you listen to your Libra horoscope because you're not just a Virgo. Hello. All right, so Scorpio, sun, moon, or rising people, what's coming up in the cards for you guys for the full moon in Pisces today for Scorpio, sun, moon, or rising? What's the full moon message? Water flight. Heaviness lifts, burdens are cast away, weightlessness. Ooh wee. Okay. All right. This mermaid here, she's very, to me, it looks like she's very deep in the bottom of the ocean. Very deep in the ocean. Thank you so much, Fatima. Thank you. So she's very deep in the ocean, right? So she's like really, I feel like this is like Scorpios. We've been really deep in thought about some stuff. We've been kind of deep in thought and just kind of not even like we've been contemplating on doing some things and getting them out there, but we haven't really been putting it out there yet. So I feel like this is having the courage and the confidence to finally do that. Because we've had some heavy things going on. Yes, we have. You know, we have the north and south node in our on our axis of family and career. And we had, excuse me, we've had the eclipses on that axis too. So that is heavy stuff, career versus family. And then the nodes continue to travel through there, you know, all through this year and next year. So that is heavy. All right. But now it's really a time to do something fun. The 5th and 11th house axis where the full moon is at, those are like fun. Those are fun energies. Those are fun areas of life. Friendships and networking and socializing. And I know a lot of us Scorpios, we're like, I'm allergic to that stuff. I want to be by myself. But it's encouraging us to get out, be more social, have fun. The 5th house is fun too. It's not just romance and kids. No, it's fun. Get out, have some fun. Go to a fair. You know, this time of year, there's like in some places in the world, I know I have some worldwide viewers and I love you guys, but where I'm at in the world, during this time of year, fairs and festivals and all kinds of fun stuff happens because the weather starts getting a little more tolerable in some places, right? So getting out and having that type of fun, even if it's solo, okay? Lifting the heaviness. That's what this card is saying. She's very deep in the water, deep in her her emotions, and we Scorpios can wallow in some emotions. Let me tell you, we can hang on to some things, right? To some feelings, but she's looking up though. She's like, okay, you know what? I think I'm ready to come up to the surface now. Like, I am done wallowing down here. I need to get out. I need to get out and make my mark in the world. But not only that, like in a fun way, you know, and start like meeting some new people and stuff. Not just like being a hermit. Oh my gosh, I really I need to take my own advice because I am a total hermit. Let me tell you guys, all I do is work. That's all I'm concerned about is work. But the work I do, I enjoy. You know, as a Scorpio rising, I enjoy this type of work. I don't have to be out there like worried about what other people think of me and stuff. Like, I love just being able to create. But at the same time, even if you're a business person, Scorpio, you're trying to follow that North Node mission right now, which is up there calling you towards success and career. A lot of times that does require you to actually socialize with people and network and stuff. So this is like looking up, you know, without not just having this burden of like emotional stuff. And yeah, family is deep. I know, like deep roots. The root of your chart is the 4th house. We have to worry a lot about family, but at the same time, make sure you come up for air out of that like deep emotional part of your world, you know, and actually get out there, expose yourself to like humanity. During this season, it's actually cool to do that. Like, it's not, you know, it's beneficial to do that. The 11th house highlighted, that's like, hey, party over here, party over there. Like, hey, what's up? Meeting new people type of stuff. So we need to get out and do that, Scorpio. Okay. All right. So next up is Sag. Ooh, and we are going on 2 hours. So let me wrap this up here. I won't cheat you guys on your horoscope length for the rest of the signs remaining, but yeah, let's wrap it up though. All right. So for Sagittarius, the full moon in Pisces is on the axis of your 10th and 4th house. Ooh, so that is career and home for you guys too. Just like Gemini, your opposite sign. Okay, so for Sag people, the full moon, the moon in Pisces, that's in your 4th house. And you know what's interesting? Kim Kardashian is a Sag rising, and she's a Pisces moon. And Kanye West is also a Pisces moon. And what did they just announce today during the full moon in Pisces? That they are having another baby. And the 4th house is family, babies. Okay. So some other of you Sages may have some announcements like that come up. You're expanding your family. You're changing something within the family. You're pregnant. You got somebody pregnant. Somebody's having a baby, all that stuff. But also it could be some of you guys are moving. Some of you guys are moving to a new home, or, you know, because there's tension with the full moon. Maybe the place that you live, it's kind of tense, and you need to get out and you need to get on your own. You need to be in a more comfortable place, because the fourth house is your sense of comfort and security. Maybe where you're at just ain't bringing it to you. Okay, so you need to go to where you can have that. So also, this could mean that you guys have been really busy being career people, but now there's a situation to where your family really needs you at home, and there's maybe some emotional stuff that's going on at home, and your presence is needed. Sag energy, let me tell you about Sages. I've dated some of y'all. I've had some of you close to me, some of you guys in my family with that energy and all that good stuff. Sag energy, a lot of times when things get too heavily emotional or heavy, like to where you feel like it's negative, because Sag is all about the positive and all that stuff. Some of you guys run away. Sagittarius are the runaways of the zodiac. Okay, you guys will say, I don't want to be around this negative stuff, I'm just going to take off. Instead of facing a problem head on, a lot of Sagittarius, that's what they do. Well, I'm just going to travel and get away from it. I'm going to go on a vacation. Maybe that'll help. But what this full moon is telling you is maybe you need to face some emotional situations, not run off from them, and you need to address them and make sure that they get better. You know what I'm saying? Caroline says her mom needs her help at home. You guys just moved to a different state. Yes. Okay. So, yeah, time to vacate. Yes. Some of you guys can do that, Sagittarius, when things get way too emotional. So there may be some emotional situations that come up that you guys really, people are going to need you, or you're going to need to face them on your own. Could be some maybe early childhood stuff within yourself that you need to face. And remember, the full moons are about release, and Neptune is about release too. So, you know, just facing them and releasing them. So, and then after that, take a vacation, or take a vacation, man, near the ocean. Have a good cry, you know, because Neptune and Pisces rule the ocean. Have a good cry, get it all out, and then proceed to go out there and, you know, have a little bit of fun and all that stuff. But also, what was I going to say? Yeah, you guys have had Saturn in your first house telling you guys left, right, left, march ahead, soldier, giving you a lot of heavy responsibilities and duties. And you haven't really, some of you guys haven't had time for family, but maybe your family is like, we need you, Sag, you know, spend some time with us. It could be that as well. So major family announcements, major announcements with career. Also watch out for leaks and water and plumbing issues with your home, Sagittarius, because this is the moon and Neptune, which rules water together in the house of the home. Okay. Also make sure that you guys secure your houses, Sagittarius, like keep your house is secure and locked up, because Neptune and Pisces can rule deception and invasiveness, meaning invaders within your home. Okay. So, and losses, meaning losses of property. This is the house of property. So you guys need to make sure your property is secure, Sagittarius, as well. 1 year that I had Neptune in the fourth house. Actually, yeah, Neptune was in the fourth house in my solar return chart, and we had a theft in my house. Yeah, our house was robbed. So, yeah, make sure you guys really take care of your house so that there's no issues with it. You don't lose your home. You don't lose anything out of your home and all of that good stuff. Woof. Yes, Saturn does get a bad rep, but Saturn puts your butt in line, okay? He kicks your behind because it's for the good, the better of your own life. Even though we don't like his ass whoopings when they happen, just like a parent, they may be necessary sometimes, okay? He's not all that evil. It's for a reason. So the cards that are coming up for Sagittarius. Okay, one just flew out as soon as I said Sagittarius. Wow. Ooh, this is an interesting card. Okay, reflections. What you contemplate, you can actualize. Wow, this is a dope card. Okay, so reflections. So this is someone, this is a mermaid. Wow, just look at the card, okay? Oh, your neighbor just got robbed. Yes. And it does depend upon your age as far as how you can handle Saturn's energy. It sure does. When you're really young and maybe starting your Saturn return, you don't like it very much. As you get older, you get acquainted with Saturn's ass whoopings. Okay, so reflections, reflecting upon things. Now, listen, Pisces energy, Neptune energy rules water. Water is emotions, and also the fourth house. This is this is water energy, which is all about being solo and being alone with your own thoughts and your emotional like feelings and stuff. So this could be a time of reflection. Maybe you guys need to go within. Maybe you need to go get in touch with family, connect with family, and talk about like your roots, where you came from, for example, or old family history, you know, and kind of reflect upon that. Family memories and stories. Maybe you need to connect with older relatives to have time to do that. And that'll help you to get more in touch with your own soul, okay? Because the fourth house, fourth, 12th, and eighth houses are about the soul, okay? In different ways, but still they're all about that. So this is a very soulful card. Yes. So reflection upon maybe even your childhood, because it's where the root of your chart, where the moon is at. And by doing so, that can definitely help you out with things that are going on now in your life, Sagittarius. So yeah, reflection. This is, yeah, she's reflecting back on her old self, or maybe a part of herself that she let go of, you know? So maybe you guys may be faced with something, like she's facing that reflection. So you guys could be facing some part of yourselves even that, you know, you're like looking at it from a different perspective now, and then saying, okay, you know what? I'm not that person anymore. I need to let it go. All right. So that's for Sag. Now on to Capricorn. Oh my gosh. Yes, we are moving up to 2 hours here. Sorry, guys. Hope I haven't bored you to death. All right. So Capricorn. Capricorn, sun, moon, or rising. Oh, you've been reflecting for 3 years, dear? Well, Neptune has been in your fourth house since 2012. So I would imagine so. And plus Saturn's been in your sign for like 2 years. Yes. Making you look at yourself. Saturn has been like putting you in the mirror, like forcefully, like, look at yourself. This is you. Is this who you want to be? And you're like, oh my God, I don't know, Saturn. Maybe. Anyhow, so now moving on to Capricorn, sun, moon, or rising people. So the full moon in Pisces is highlighting the axis of your third and ninth houses. So same as your opposite sign of Cancer, but this is, you know, it's flipped around. So you guys, Capricorns, actually Capricorns are very ambitious right now. This is a very ambitious time of year for Capricorns. And you guys are an ambitious sign, so it's like you're right in your element, you know, which is good. It's cool. But yeah, there might be some things, and you know, you guys are usually pretty knowledgeable people. You make sure that you're very knowledgeable so that you can climb the ladder and that you can actually know what you're talking about when people speak to you, because Capricorns have a fear of not being successful. You guys have a fear of, you know, rejection, or people thinking that you're dumb or incompetent or incapable. Oh my gosh, Capricorns, you guys are some of the most capable people out there. But it's out of that fear. That fear can drive you there, though, you know, of being seen in a negative light. So with that being said, some of you guys are really out there on some missions right now to, you know, with the energy of the ninth house highlighted, to get out there and to learn, to go back to school, or you're trying to make a decision to do something like that. Like, do you need to further your education? The skills that you have, the knowledge that you have, is it enough? You know, so yeah, maybe you guys are making some decisions to further your knowledge. To further your knowledge, pretty much, is what this full moon could be asking you. Also, the third house is how you get around your city and your town. So I would watch your vehicles, especially because Mercury is still in shadow. Okay, so watch your vehicles for Capricorns. Take care of them, get them maintenance. Make sure that you are getting those tune-ups, that you're airing up the tires so you don't get no flat tire, no blowouts, all that stuff. Okay, make sure you do all that. But also, yeah, this can be more about educate. Yeah, Caroline, you're in grad school, master. Hey, yes, this could be more about educational stuff, because check it out. You guys are finishing up your run through Libra, Jupiter in your 10th house of career in Libra. You're finishing up your run of it being there. You know, it's only going to be there for another month. So you guys have this month, this whole month, in order to make some big moves when it comes to your career. So you guys could be asking yourselves right now, what else do I need to do? What else do I need to learn in order to be like good enough to do this? Also, don't get too caught up in that to where you're worried so much, as like if you're good at to where you're worried too much about if you are good enough or smart enough to do something, okay? Because chances are you probably are, Capricorn. You guys are dope, okay? But maybe you do need to take some more classes. Maybe you do need to learn a little bit more of something that you're trying to do. And, you know, when you do this stuff with the full moon in your third house, Jupiter is still going to be in Libra, continuing on, you know, trying to bless you with some career opportunity. So I know a Capricorn rising female that's close to me, and she, with, I think I talked about her in a previous like broadcast, like a full moon or new moon or something, to where she left her long-term job. Okay, Jupiter is in her in you guys' career house, to do a career that she has wanted to do for a long time. And now I've seen today, actually, I saw that she stepped up her game with her advertising, with her little flyers that she's putting out. It was just typed up very simply, you know, on like notepad or something, and then copied and pasted. But now she had this flyer, and I'm like, hey, she's stepping up the skills here, you know, to reach a bigger audience and attract people to her business, right? So some of you Capricorns could be trying to learn some little, you know, some little things like that to step up the business game. So yeah, it's really about that for you guys right now with this full moon. But also remember, the third house is siblings. So maybe a change in the life of your siblings. My husband's a Capricorn rising, and his sister, she's also a Capricorn, but a sun. She just announced her wedding date. And this is a major transformation in the life of his sibling. You know, she needs our help with planning a wedding and all this stuff. And it's a really major thing. So stuff like that, you guys, for Capricorn siblings, learning some new skills, maybe a new vehicle or a new way to get around the way, you know, your city or whatever. That's what it could be for Capricorn people. And also, you know, realizing that you are good enough with the skills that you have. Like for some of you guys do need more, but some of you guys, it's like, don't worry, you're dope, you know, you're good enough. Just get out there and do your thing. Okay. So what card or cards are going to come up for Capricorn? Capricorn, sun, moon, or rising to the full moon in Pisces. We are almost done here, guys. Okay, Capricorn, what's your message for the full moon? Oh, yeah, okay. So Capricorn, sun, moon, or rising for the Pisces full moon. What is your message? Capricorn. Hey, anybody just tuning in, I am going through the signs, and I'm almost done. I'm at Capricorn right now. Then it's Aquarius and Pisces. Then we are going to sign off here. And I appreciate everybody still being here and tuning in. Even if you popped in and out just to hear your sign, I really appreciate you. And all right. Ooh, check this out. Okay, Capricorn, this is your card. Freedom, independence, and self-determination. This is a mermaid who is I always say, look at her and I'm like, she's a badass, right? So, because she's got these colors of red, which is the energy of Mars and Aries and Scorpio, you know, and really going after stuff, having confidence. Then she's got that Skull and Bones t-shirt. She has that look on her face like she's kind of a scorpionic lady, or she's very protective, like, you know what, I'm not going to let anyone or anything get in my way. I'm confident. I know what I want. I know what I don't want. And I'm going to stand firm in those things. So, but this card says freedom. Let me see. What else do I pick up? Oh, and there's a sword next to her too. So she is, ooh, okay. There's a sword next to her also. Okay. Anyhow, so Capricorn, yes, confidence. And you guys can, like I said earlier, a lot of times you guys can have fear and doubt about yourself. Okay. So this is about confidence, courage, having the courage to get some things started. The third house is also, where the full moon is at, is also about starting some new things, starting projects. getting them going. If any of you Capricorns out there are watching and you are going to be doing something that involves the internet, doing something that involves blogging or publishing or communication and stuff, also have the courage to do that, to start it up. Is also the full moon. But freedom. Some of you guys can be, this full moon could also be furthering some of you guys into freeing yourselves from jobs or situations that are no longer beneficial to you. They don't match your energy or your like anything to do with you anymore, you know? So this is freeing yourself from that so that you can be more confident, more of like this badass mermaid. I love this card. Oh my gosh. I love the red colors and everything. But yeah. And some of you guys may, let's see, Mars and Virgo. Mars is in Virgo right now. That's in your 9th house. The 9th house does have to do with freedom too, where the sun is at and all this other stuff, all this other Virgo energy is about freedom. It is about freedom too, you know? So this could be a release of maybe some old programming of your mind, okay? A release of that so that you can be a more free person. Because like I said, you know, Capricorns, you guys are very like traditional and by the book a lot of times. And you guys don't allow yourself to step outside the line. Maybe this is telling you, you have the freedom to do that if you want. You don't have to worry about what other people think. You don't have to worry about, oh, well, I'm supposed to. Capricorns got to realize not everything is supposed to. Sometimes there's a wave, a shift, and you got to kind of, you can shift the other way. Go with the flow. You have the freedom to do that, okay? Don't just have to left, right, left, same old way, you know, marching along all the time. Okay, Caps? All right. So next up is Aquarius. We're almost done here. Thank you to you guys that are still here. Okay, so Aquarius, sun, moon, or ascendant. The full moon in Pisces for you guys. It is landing in your, oh, hey, what's up, Eve? What's up, girl? I'm on Aquarius, almost done here. So you may have to go back to hear your other signs. But for Aquarius, sun, moon, or ascendant, the full moon is happening in Pisces on the axis of your your 2nd and 8th houses. So for Aquarius people, just like Leo, your opposite sign, this could be involving money, this full moon. It could be a breaking point with money, with finances, the material world, self-worth, value, all of that stuff. Okay. Yes, I do relocation charts, Dia. Hit me up. Email me. I definitely do those. So yeah, for Aquarius, this full moon is bringing you something to do with finances, financial situations. So like your opposite sign, maybe some of you guys could be letting go of depending upon somebody else or another source for income. That means maybe if you've been living off of credit cards and loans or borrowing money from people or anything like that, maybe an inheritance or settlement that you've received is running out. And now you have to put in some actual work. So some of you guys could be that. Or maybe some of you guys, and I'm not knocking this at all because I know a lot of people have to do this. So don't think I'm like talking stuff when I say this. But some people actually do have to live off of government assistance, maybe for a temporary period of time. Maybe they have temporary situations of crisis, they have disabilities, or they have something going on to where they do have to do that. But maybe for some of you guys, it's letting go of that and actually getting back to work in the work field. Hey, so it could be that for you guys. Financial freedom and independence, finally. You know, or freeing yourself, you know, like I said earlier with Leo, the 8th house could be the house of divorce. So maybe some Aquarians are getting divorced or separating themselves from some other person, whether it be in a romantic relationship where you guys were connected financially, emotionally, and with your physical property, or in a business sense too. It could be that. And you have to separate and now be on your own, stand on your own two feet when it comes to financials, okay? So, yeah, that could be for some of you Aquarians what the full moon is bringing to you. It could be a new job that some of you guys get. You know, maybe some of you haven't had the situations with money and codependency with money, like I mentioned earlier, but maybe it's just that you want a new job, you want a second job, you want another way to bring in some more income. So you guys may get that. You may see that come up now. You know, if you're applying yourself, actually like literally applying, you know, applying for jobs and all that stuff, maybe you guys can actually see some results of that, you know, with this full moon and actually get a call back. Hey, get that job. Okay. Get that secondary income going or whatever. So yeah, for some of you Aquarians, it could be about money, but also it could be about self-worth because Neptune is involved here. Neptune in the second house. It's a long transit. Okay. It's been since about 2012. We'll be there until the mid 2020s. And this can mean that a lot of you Aquarian people have been allowing others to take away your value in some kind of way. That can mean even with work, like not even getting paid your full worth or value at a job. And maybe now it's time to just step up and say, you know what, I need to get paid my worth. I need a raise. I need, you know, you negotiate a higher pay if you're getting a job, something like that. But also it could be other people that have been like, you know, you've been like, oh yes, okay, here, you know, like you've been allowing other people to take away the way you value yourself. Okay. Like allowing them to influence the way that you feel about yourself. And now it's a time to give that up with this full moon. All right, Aquarius. So that's what it could be bringing to you. Oh, my hair is getting on my nerves. Sorry about that. But also the moon is in my 5th house of hair. So that's why I'm like extra even more today. Sorry. Anyhow, let's see the quads. What card or cards are going to come up for Aquarius with the full moon in Pisces? So for Aquarius, let's see. I'm reading the chat at the same time. Yes, this applies if you have your own business. It sure does, Dia. As far as money and income, if you're talking about for Aquarius, yes, this full moon does apply if you have your own business because it's financials that are involved here. Oh, wow. This is another fertility card. So it could literally mean some of you guys will be having children and stuff, but I'm not really feeling that by knowing the astrological transits and stuff that are going on at the same time, Aquarius. It's not the most fertile for you guys. Not necessarily. Yeah, not necessarily, but okay. Earthy spirituality, community, ocean conservation. Well, you know what? This is just growing something new. This is really just about birthing something new. Okay. And there's like some earthy colors in here, and earth energy and earthy colors are associated with money and with stability, like financial stability. So this is definitely a new way to be financially stable for Aquarian people. And yeah, so once again, this can mean new jobs, second jobs, letting go of an old job or an old way that you were depending upon, having money and resources, and birthing something new in order to maintain that and sustain yourself financially for Aquarians. What else am I getting from this? And this is an emotional experience. You know, she does have a little bit of worry about this new thing that she is embarking upon. In the face of this mermaid. She does have some worries. She does have some concerns about the future. Okay. But it's going to be all right though. It's going to be all right. So that's what I'm feeling for this card for Aquarian people. Yeah. So really it is about, just not being afraid to do some new things. And Aquarian energy is pretty progressive and it's about the new anyway, you know, but still you guys are humans. Kind of Aquarians. Okay, you guys can be alien-like, but you're still human. Okay. And humans do have emotions and worry. Okay. So you guys can have a little bit of that when it comes to the new journeys that are coming up in your life. But you know, this is just nurture them, grow them, and they can have like a beautiful outcome. Okay. So that's Aquarius. Last but certainly not least, Pisces. Now we're on Pisces. And then we're going to exit out of here. Alrighty then. Okay, so Pisces, sun, moon, or rising. The full moon in Pisces, it's all about you. It's all about you, okay? New beginnings in your life, letting go of something old, okay? Old ways of anything, old habits, old addictions, you know, Pisces. Honesty here, guys. We are one of the signs of addictions. This is the axis of Pisces and Virgo, two signs that are heavily, heavily associated with addiction. Okay, Pisces is addiction as far as to achieve escapism. Virgo is addiction because of like such nervous energy and worry that they're just like, they got to do something. They got to do something always, you know. And Pisces, it's like, I don't want to do nothing. Okay, so therefore I'm going to do something to take myself away. Virgo is like, you know. So addictions, yes, could be letting go of that. Also for Virgo people, letting go of addictions or habits. Also, this could be relationships for you Pisces as well, because the moon is in your sign. Sun and Mars are in Virgo. Eventually Mercury will be there. Venus will be there. All in Virgo, your 7th house of relationships, Pisces. So this could be about you. Like, what do you want to do as far as a relationship? Do you want to be solo still? Do you want to be in a serious bond with somebody? Do you want to be committed? Like, what is it that you want? What do you want to do? You can have somebody even asking you that. What you want to do? What you want to do? Okay. So for Pisces people, it could be about relationships. It could also be about just anything that you want to change in your life about yourself or your life path. Any area of life that you can better. Like, really, whenever there's a lunar event in your sign, it is about that. Okay. So yeah, for Pisces people, how do you want to be seen? What perception, first impressions or perception do you want others to have of you? So that's something to think about. Maybe there's something that bothers you about your appearance and you're like, you know what? I can't take this anymore. I'm going to change something about it. That's also a full moon in the 1st house. But yeah, relationships, big time. Even like partnerships, business partnerships. Like, do you still want to continue to be in a business partnership, or do you want to be solo and take off on your own journey, you know, doing your own thing? Because Pisces people, we could be very much in our heads and in our imagination, and not everybody sees what we see, and it's not always easy for us to verbalize and materialize what's up here. So because of that, it can become hard sometimes for Pisces to collaborate with people. Okay, so yeah, for Pisces people, it could be, you know, us relating to other people about us and other people, period, point blank. Okay, or just us like doing something to change something about ourselves. All right, letting go of addictive and toxic relationships too, another thing for Pisces. Okay, now I'm going to pull the cards. Is it too late to charge my crystals? You know what, Eve? That's a good question. Hold on. I mean, we're still in the window. The moon is still in Pisces right now. It's still full. It's still pretty potent. And let me see what degree it's in right now. The moon is at 20, still 25, almost 26 degrees of Pisces. And it's still full. So I think you're still in the window where you can still charge your crystals. You can still have them receive, you know, a lot of the potent full moon energy. Last night would have been better, of course, but I think you're still in the window to where it can still have an effect as far as I'm concerned. Okay, so Pisces, what cards are going to come up for you guys for the full moon in Pisces? Lovely mermaid cards. Pisces is a sign that rules mermaids and the ocean and all that stuff. Wow, which I really wish I was the mermaid in the ocean right now. Just chilling right near the beach, chilling with some ceviche, and like, I don't really drink beer, but I do like cheladas and micheladas and stuff. A Corona with a lime with some ceviche. Oh my gosh, that's like Piscean like heaven for me. I love that. I would love to be there right now. Oh my gosh, next to the beach with the full moon. Yo, it's gorgeous even at night. Oh my gosh. I'm not like a person that has to be at the beach when it's the daytime and sunny and hot all the time. No, I want to be there when it's raining, like it's cloudy, it's dark outside, it's at night. Like, oh my gosh, like when it's just beautiful all the time, the ocean, especially when there's a full moon. Yes, seeing the moon reflect off the ocean. Yo, I can't wait to have my beachfront home as a Pisces moon, guys. Then I'll be broadcasting live from my beachfront home on the patio. I'll be showing the moon, showing the water. Can you guys imagine that? See, Pisces energy is about dreaming, putting your dreams into reality. So Remember that. Pisces, you guys got this card too. Time and Tide. Ooh-wee. Okay, so not every sign is going to have the same exact message just because of this card being the same card. It's different messages for each sign, even with the same card. Now, it has the same theme, but it's not the same exact message. So because of where the full moon is, Pisces, and because she is drawing a heart, I do feel this is matters of the heart for you guys, but it is relationships, okay? Whether to stay or go is a huge thing for a lot of Pisces people right now. So whether to stay or go. This is also about self-love too. Self-love and self-forgiveness, I feel, because Pisces, you guys have Neptune hanging out in your sign. This is a full moon in Pisces. Woo, you know, this event and everything, but the effects are going to last, okay? Because of these other energies still in your sign for many years to come. Still have Chiron in your sign. The moon is actually conjunct Chiron right now. If you don't know what Chiron is, look it up. Chiron. It's the wounded healer, the asteroid. So that's still in the sign of Pisces until next year. And it represents pain. Pain that we may inflict upon ourselves, pain that may be caused by a wound from other people. Neptune's energy is about healing as well. As Pisces energy in general is about healing. So with all that being said, I feel like this is about love. This is about self-love or healing from some kind of past relationship pains. And you know what this makes me think of right now, guys, is, you know, I do pay attention to some celebrity stuff only because if ones that catch my attention, especially if the news involving them goes along with the astrological events that are major. So I saw yesterday, because a friend sent it to me, or otherwise I probably would have been like, who, what, where? But let's see, the singers, Kiki Wyatt and Tamar Braxton, they are both singers. They are both Pisces suns, okay? There's a full moon in Pisces today. There was announcements yesterday or over the last couple of days that they were having marital problems, maybe getting divorces, okay? It's unconfirmed as far as the sources I've seen because they've only been like these girl gossip commentary stuff, not necessarily credible sources, but they are getting divorces. They're having marital problems. They're having problems with men. The sun in Pisces, sun, male figures, Chiron, hurt, pain, men. Some of you guys may be going through that. Okay. Even the sun, if you're a man, the sun, it represents, like, it represents your manhood in a way. Or just even the sun conjunct Chiron for men can be healing relationships with other men or father figures, or the self. The sun can be the self too. Self-love, self-forgiveness. So I feel like this card definitely represents something to do with that. Either healing from pain from yourself or others. And yeah, she does have a worried look on her face. She does have a concerned look, and, you know, drawing a heart. This is how I picture the mermaids doing this. She's drawing a heart and not even looking at it while she's drawing. She's like this, and she's looking out there, like feeling the energy in her heart as she's daydreaming and gazing out there, trying to think about and contemplate what to do and thinking about past memories and stuff. So I really feel this for Pisces people, that it's about forgiveness and love, this full moon, of yourself or other people. Period, point blank, boo-boo. Yes, Kiki was on Instagram crying about her husband wanting divorce. Yeah, see, someone sent me that video. And then I did some research on Kiki, and makes me want to do a video on her chart. It's very hard for me to get myself together and do those videos on celebrity charts, because there's just so much that I want to talk about with them that it can become like 3 hours long. Then I have to edit it and all this stuff, so I never end up doing them. But Kiki Wyatt, she's an interesting person. Yes, she's a Pisces sun, but also I did some rectification on my own of her chart, and she is a Libra rising and a Libra moon. I am positive of it, okay? And she's got Saturn and she's got Pluto in her first house, and she's got Chiron in her 8th or maybe her 7th house. And so she has a lot of pain that she's held on to, because Pisces energy holds on to pain too because it's emotional water. And then she's got Pluto in the first, which is why she's like, I don't trust anybody. So yeah, she's got Saturn in the first, which makes her tough. Pluto in the first makes her tough. Sun in the sixth house can make her tough too. Very critical. Okay. She said she's a nagger and analytical and critical. She sure is. I saw all those clips of her and her husband. She just like rolls her eyes at him and is like, he ain't shit. He ain't nothing. I'm like, I recognize so much of that behavior for a lot of reasons. I recognize a lot of that behavior. So I'm like, I know her chart, dude. I know it. I know it. But anyhow, yeah, Kiki Wyatt, she's going through it. She's a Pisces. The full moon is affecting her opposite sign, which is Virgo. I don't know her husband's chart, but the Pisces Virgo axis for Pisces people, it's reflecting out like us versus others. Okay, so that's relationships. That's why she's going through that. Tamar as well. I don't know Vince's chart. I didn't look too deeply into her, but I don't know. If you guys want me to look into stuff like that, let me know in the chat or let me know below. I'm thinking of starting something like that here on my channel. I already do some stuff like that elsewhere, but kind of furthering it and getting a little bit deeper into like celebrity charts and stuff, like only doing a show about that. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about that. Hopefully no shady people are watching and then they're going to run and tell somebody else to do it. Never mind. Forget I said that. Anyhow, all right, guys. So that was it. That was it for this full moon in Pisces broadcast. Oh my gosh. Thank you guys so much for sticking around for this long. I will definitely go back and put timestamps so everybody can come back and just look for their sign if they only want to look at the horoscopes and not all my other rambling under this Pisces moon. Okay. But thank you guys. I really appreciate you. And I do have a sale going on this month. I may add another one for the month of September. My career readings are on sale here on my platform at IndigoMoonAstrology.com. My rate is going to go up for them to keep up with the market. Okay, so they're only $50 for the month of September because it's Virgo season, the season, the sign of work. Okay, so if you guys want a career reading based on career and life purpose, because you know, if you're like me and you struggled, maybe you had a lot of jobs, and like I said, Virgo is the job man. Okay, you've had a lot of jobs but not found your career. I can do a career reading and point out your talents and maybe some transits that'll help to kind of boost you in career, or like timing of when to take some career actions, you know, to boost it or to find it or whatever it is, you know, because I'm sure some of you guys have heard my personal story about career. I didn't really find my calling and my purpose until way later, until like after my Saturn return, until very recently. And before that, I worked a lot of jobs that were just like jobs. But let me tell you guys something, although they could have been crappy jobs. If you guys tuned into my last broadcast, I talked about Taco Bell and all the, I have even more wilder stories than the ones that I told, trust me, of working at different jobs. But I worked all these jobs, job, but never a career. This is now my career. I'm so happy. I feel so blessed. It took me so long to find it. And I feel for people who don't have they weren't able to find it, or they're still searching. What am I here to do? What am I here to do? I really love looking at that in a chart, because my heart is so like, oh, I feel for you. I have empathy and I want to help. So, yeah, if you're interested in a career reading, they're only $50 this month. So, after that, they're going to go up to $80 in October. Yeah. So take advantage of that this month. And, I may do another sale. So stay tuned. My website, once again, IndigoMoonAstrology.com. I have updates there on different things. Go to my specials page and check them out. And I'll stop rambling now because I'm running out of breath. All right. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next live broadcast. I'll see some of you guys on Instagrams. So Instagram, Facebook, I'm on those the most if you want to keep up with me there. And I know I owe some people some readings, and trust me, I am working on those. And I will get at you guys about those. Okay. Love you guys. Peace out. Happy full moon. Float on. Listen to some good music and chill out during the rest of this lovely Pisces moon. All right.